Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the one and only Daily Heat Check Smokecast. I am your host, Sir Piffery Goodness. You can find me at Piff Beats on Twitter and on Instagram. To the left of me, the best of me, my good sir, King Jones. Please talk to the people and tell them where they can find you.
And it's your boy, King Jones, man. You can find me on IG at Sir Royalty Jones. You can find me on Twitter at King Jones _464. It's about to be a great show, baby.
Oh, for sure. Please know that. And to the left of him, the best of him, my good sir, Mac Amazing. Please talk to the people and tell them where they can find you, baby.
Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy, Amazing. Follow me on Instagram and all other social media platforms, M.AMAYZN. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get it cracking, man. I'm just happy to be here. Happy to have y'all with me, man. So first things first, man, let's talk about the NBA free agency, y'all. It's been a crazy summer, crazy pickups, a lot of people switching teams. Honestly, no BS. This is one of the biggest topics I wanted to touch on. Not just only that, but we're going to run down all the moves. So, you know, is in total free agency, but there's bullet points to the free agency, and we're just going to run down them bullet points. But I'm going to start from the bottom up, because I feel that's where the best of the best is really going to rock with it. So my first thing I want to say is Tony Parker leaving the Spurs after 17 years, going to the Charlotte Hornets to play backup and veteran mentor for, I think, is it Kemba? Yeah, for Kemba Walker, I believe. How do y'all feel about that move?
Oh, Tony's about to retire, bro. That's all that is. He's about to retire.
If that's the case, why you don't retire a Spur? Like, I hear you, but that just sounds crazy.
You know,
It sounds crazy, but you got to look at it. When Tim Duncan left, the essence of the Spurs
No. When
left.
he retired, you got to understand. We got to phrase things properly. He didn't leave like Tony.
Retired. Yeah, when he retired, the essence of the Spurs retired. It's like it's been so much, you know what I mean, banter in their locker room. You know, the Spurs is a low-maintenance team. They're not in the media like that. But with this Kawhi thing.
This year.
They were the last three, if you really want to talk about it.
They done changed now with this whole Kawhi thing, and they having problems with the medical staff and all this other bullshit. Tony Parker just, you know what I mean, he's a silent guy. He's not that type of guy that like that type of attention unless it's about basketball, and they're not being shown in the media about basketball no more. They're being shown about the dysfunction.
Yeah, that's what's really distracting, man.
You want to hear something funny? I promise you, if next season does not go how it's supposed to go, watch what Popovich do. He's not going to stay there. He's going to leave.
He's retiring.
He's going to retire, yeah.
He's going to retire.
But they still got LaMarcus Aldridge, and they still got a few good players there. Oh, wait, shameless plug. Kyle Anderson came through my store the other day. But, you know, they still got a lot of key pieces there that could really make that shit work.
Shameless plug.
Just to build on that plug real quick, I didn't know he's from North Bergen. So it's not like he just walked in the store like, yo, I'm in Jersey, let me go to this fucking Best Buy and cop something. No, he actually is from North Bergen, and that's his local, you know, his area. So that's what made it surprising. But no, continue, my nigga. You was making a point.
Yeah, it's not going to, you know, the Spurs has been dysfunctional over the last couple of years. So I don't think, like I said, Tony Parker's a low-maintenance guy. He don't like nothing.
I ain't gonna say they've been dysfunctional. They just been having some injuries that they couldn't really, you know, recover from, and some step backs that they couldn't really move forward from. Because think about it, man. LaMarcus Aldridge was about to get traded. He had that heart injury. Then, you know, Manu was injured. Tony was injured. Then, you feel me? Kawhi was injured. Like, this was all happening.
Like, injuries is a part of the game. Like, Tony know that. He's been in the league for 17 years, so he know that injuries is going to happen. He's not worried about that. It's the media attention. Like I said, if it's not about basketball when it comes to the Spurs, you don't really hear the Spurs in the media because they're well organized, very low maintenance market. It's like they're so what's the word? What's the fucking word?
Systematic, bro.
There you go.
Systematic. They're very
We'll
systematic.
settle with
It's
that.
system. It's
But now check this
systematic.
out.
Feel me?
But not,
Like,
but not, but I mean, to cut you off. But check the catch-22 to that one. You know what really disrupted what was going on with them? Everything else that was going on in the NBA. All that shit that been going on with every team needs some superstars on their squad. That shit would honestly disrupted what was going on over there. Because remember, that team, the Spurs team, had a whole bunch of talent, but their leader wasn't a player. Their leader was Popovich.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what really messed them up because they still think about before Kawhi got injured. They were in the conference finals facing off against the Warriors until Zaza, Kawhi killer came in and did what he did. But let's look at it for face value. Even last year when they Kawhi didn't even play. Granted, they still made they hit the playoffs last year. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, they did.
So it's like
They
it's
did.
not even despite all their turmoil, they're still making good runs at the shit. So I feel that they still got juice in the tank. Put it like this: basically, I don't think they're gonna crash and burn. They're gonna fall apart and fall off eventually, like all great things do. But I don't see them crashing and burning, if that makes any sense.
Oh no, they still a playoff team this year.
Yo,
Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, granted he can't do shit in the playoffs. But
Oh, that's the
you
segue.
know,
That's the
of
segue.
course, like
Chill.
but check this out.
he
Check this
can't.
out though.
He's not a
What
playoff player, but they're still gonna make noise, and they're gonna be a playoff contending team. Pop runs that team systematically, regardless of the situation. He's gonna
so
get them to where they need to be. It's just they're gonna just diminish. They're gonna keep getting eliminated first round, and it's like Pop gonna get enough of that.
for,
Like,
for
all
some
right,
yo,
well,
for some odd reason, I don't if everything goes how it's supposed to go with DeRozan on this squad, bro. I can honestly say that they might go further than the playoffs this year because I really feel that since they know Kawhi is not there anymore, that's not a burden. Because I honestly feel like the whole Kawhi thing that went down, that played a big part too. Not even him not being on the court, but just know that he wasn't there and he's on their team. That shit played a big role. Now, and another thing I honestly feel, I think that Mr. Leonard is done. I think that injury really fucked him up, bro.
Well, hold up. Let's rewind. Let's grade the trade first. Then let's see how we could assess how they're going to implement the teams. And I only say that because I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to give you my grade. Y'all don't have to copy mine, but I feel like the trade was an A for the Raptors and a C for the Spurs. And I feel like it was an A because the Raptors got the better of the two players. And I feel like it's a C because I don't feel the impact that Kawhi could give the Raptors is the same impact DeRozan could give the Spurs. So, I don't know how y'all would grade it or how you
I'm
view
gonna
it, but
grade
that's
it.
how I feel.
I'm gonna grade it a B for the Spurs and a C for the Raptors. And the reason why I say it's a C for the Raptors because I'm with Mac on it. Like I don't
Yeah.
think the injury that Kawhi, suffered. Like granted, it's a 2-year-old injury, but it's an injury. Like it's a serious injury. As much as
Yeah,
people don't
bro.
seem to understand that, like that's how you walk. That's how you
It's not even
you get
about
your
talent anymore.
elevation.
It's not
Yeah,
about talent no more,
you
bro.
get your elevation there. Like all of that stuff that he wants to do athletically and move as quickly, be efficient, moving the ball fluent. All that stuff happens with your legs and feet, and that's what got injured. His ankle of one that it's not going. He's not going to be the same. Now it's a B for the Spurs because, granted, like I said, DeMar DeRozan is not a playoff person. He shuts down in the playoffs. We all seen it. We've seen it for the last couple of years. But under the
He had a
tutelage
team,
of
bro.
Pop,
You got a team now, dude.
he
You
got a
got a team.
team, yeah.
You got a
But
team
under the
around him.
tutelage of Pop, it's like any player that goes to Pop always elevates their game because Pop makes you elevate your game. So
Yeah.
that missing the Rosen that was in the Raptors is not going to be the same missing the Rosen in the Spurs because Pop is not going to allow it. Pop will sit you down, the star player or not. Pop will sit you down. Pop will put you on the bench, not let you play the next game because you don't know how to fucking play. Pop has that grit. So it's a better trade for the Spurs because hey, look, Kawhi could have walked away free and not got nothing, and they either got nothing for him, and then they'll be asked out, or they could get something for him now and put him someplace they don't want to be. Doesn't matter to them as long as they get something out of it, which was the smartest thing that they could possibly do.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yo,
you're right, but that was
they
actually my
got,
next thing to say. No, go, Mac, go in.
they really got rid. Yo, the Spurs, the Spurs came up, bro. From what I'm seeing, because think about it. Let's make Leonard a car. Let's compare him to a car right now.
Okay,
Uh,
good
He
metaphor.
he's not full coverage no more, bro.
Nah, he's
He's not.
liability.
He's liability. I'm taking my money down off this guy.
That's a really good metaphor. Do
Think
you think
about
the
it.
injury was
They gave,
that bad, or
they
do you
gave two.
think he's just damaged goods?
He's both right now, bro. He hasn't really played. And think about it. When he played, it wasn't the same Leonard that we were used to. I really feel he might be going down the same road that kid from the kid from Portland Trailblazers. What is his name? Oh my God.
Brandon Roy. Brandon
Yes.
Roy.
Yes. Yeah, bro. I
I
think it
don't
might
think
be
he's gonna
that
hit it. I
bad.
don't think he's gonna become a Brandon Roy, but at the same time, I don't know what he's gonna become because between him being unhappy in Toronto, not wanting to play for the Spurs, coming off an injury that was just badly handled, he has a
Yo,
lot of moving parts. If you see what I'm
dude.
trying to get at.
He has become an injured veteran.
Yeah, he's a liability more than
He's an injured veteran. He got age on his side and time and wear and tear. And some of that wear and tear was what? A major injury.
Now, DeMar DeRozan, on the other hand, no more pressure on just him.
Yeah.
So
He has a
yeah.
system. He's part of a system.
I see what like I said. That's why I agree with you. Because DeMar DeRozan, it wasn't even that Dwayne Casey wasn't a good coach in the system. It's just he had no other help because Kyle Lowry had his bad strokes and they paid him a lot of money for
Dude,
him to be an average point guard because that's what he
son,
is, an average point guard. So,
just imagine Popovich molding DeRozan right now. Seriously.
DeRozan gonna be
Wait,
a
Pop could mold
sharpshooter.
him into something crazy, bruh.
Exactly.
That's all I'm trying to
He
say.
got
Exactly.
he got the skill
Like,
set to be
the
a
thing that's crazy
superstar.
is I understand why people are upset. Kawhi damn sure don't want to be in Canada, let alone Toronto. And then DeRozan is given so much to that city. He's upset that they could trade him just like that, no inform, and just at the pull of a
No,
trigger.
he's upset because they said they wouldn't trade him.
Yeah.
Because
No,
they said
absolutely.
that.
Wait,
They verbally told him
one part
to
is
his
that they
face.
wouldn't trade him, but the second part is he's put blood, sweat, and tears into there. Think about it. He lost not only did Toronto and the city, but he lost those conference finals. He got swept by LeBron. He knows what you feel me? And then LeBron leaves and he's like, yo, this is our run, this is our chance. Then Toronto as a team look at it on a bigger scale like we feel that Kawhi is the better player. I think Kawhi is the better player. And the fact that the Spurs could let him go for a trade like that, I feel that they got the better deal. That's the only reason I feel, because they got the better player.
Yo,
They're instantly going to get the edge, but DeRozan got the better coach.
They got the better player of the old vision that we see Kawhi in. That's what they got. They don't have the better player of the new Kawhi that has not been playing for the last year.
The Raptors rolled the dice. They rolled dice. They rolled the dice on this one, and they rolled the dice bad because
listen, they didn't just roll the dice bad. They rolled the dice with they need a prayer and a miracle from the sixth God to keep Kawhi and to even get him playing in a Raptors jersey because he said he's not going to play. He already said that. He made it clear that he's not playing because he don't want to play it. So they got.
Wait. If that's the case, then they definitely got an F because they just traded their best player for a better player who doesn't want to be there and not even going to play there. It's like I got the bread. If Kawhi actually pulls that off, wow, they might have to find a new GM in Toronto.
Yep.
Cause you feel me? You just took a double L. But
yo, think about it. Yo, he clearly just did that in San Antonio, bro. He was in control of his situation.
Which I understand from a player's sense. Like, I understand you want to be in control of your future. I really do. But when it comes down to it, though, you get a check, bro. And you got the money to sit here and make sure you can play and you got the money to make sure you could get well. Like, even if you don't use the team doctors, like I said, Kawhi right now, he's not being smart. He's not being a smart player, because
Dude.
if you feel as though your injury is that bad, then you got your big money to go make your own personal doctor. Like, yo, let me help me out. I want to play. If you really wanted to play, then he would have played. He didn't want to play for the Spurs. He made that clear. He didn't want to play for the Spurs. Okay, fine. Trade me. I want to go to LA. Nah, we're not about to give you to LeBron. Fuck you. You going to Toronto. Oh, wow, you going to be here? I don't want to play here, so I'm not playing. So it don't matter.
Well, fuck it.
It doesn't matter.
Well, let's check out the next biggest news in the free agency. Carmelo Anthony getting traded to Carmelo Anthony getting traded to the Hawks, then getting waived, and then getting picked up by the Rockets. How do you feel of that series of transactions?
So he's stealing money.
Yo, son. Yeah, yo,
he's still stealing money.
Yo, son, he monopolized that one, bro.
He didn't monopolize it. He made it clear that that's where he wanted to play before the Knicks traded him.
True, but look, we know he made it.
So
clear.
he didn't monopolize.
Yes, he
shit.
did.
It was all in his plan.
Yo, son,
to just do that.
Son, exactly. He wanted
to do that. All right, I'm gonna play like a bum.
Yo, son,
they're gonna trade me.
Nah, nigga. So that was a monopoly move, son.
Bullshit, bro. If he was
that was a monopoly move.
Last year, my nigga, he'd have played better. He'd have worked harder. He'd have did everything he wanted to do.
Yo, I'm sorry to say it, man. I'm gonna be the one to keep it a real with both of y'all. We don't even got to spend that much time on this one, but we could break down the details. The way they just ended him from OKC made him look real bad. Because one, he had his worst season ever. Two, he wanted to stay. They decided to trade him. So let's get it. Let's get it clear.
He didn't want to stay. He just
He opted in. All right, let me rephrase that. He opted in. He didn't opt out of that $28 million, basically. So he opted in. So basically, that just said he was going to stay. Because when you opt out, that means you're going to explore your options. So he opted in, and they traded him to the Hawks. The Hawks basically waived him, and then he just goes and gets picked up. So the way that just transpired, honestly, as a fan, and then people as NBA scouts, that didn't play out well. You feel me? Especially on your worst season. Then you get picked up, and I feel like if the Rocket situation is a real deal, I think it's going to be the same thing. They got too much firepower. They really, honestly, the Rockets did better than OKC last year, and they didn't have Carmelo. And if Carmelo's coming off the OKC, going to the Rockets, thinking that I'm starting, bro, this is gonna, you feel me? This is not going to mesh well. Well, I'll put it like this: he will be an upgrade over Eric Gordon on the offensive side, but a downgrade by far by tenfold on the defensive side.
I'm about to shut it down now because he won't be an upgrade from Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon can get you 20-25 off the bench on a regular. Eric Gordon can get you 20-25 as a starter. He's done it. Eric Gordon is a better shooter. Eric Gordon is a better defender. Eric Gordon is a better rebounder. Eric Gordon is a passer. Eric Gordon is an overall right now better player than Melo was, point blank, period. Now,
wait, I agree with you, but that's the spot. If Melo's starting, that's who he's taking. But keep going.
No, he's not taking that. He's taking over Trevor Ariza's spot because they lost Trevor Ariza and they lost Bob Moute. Trevor Ariza went to the Suns, and Bob Moute, I think he went to another team in free agency. I don't know what team he went to, but he's filling in their spot. He's not taking Eric Gordon's spot. Eric Gordon is still coming off the bench, 6-man. Eric Gordon is still going to be that 6-man, regardless. He's still coming in. He's still taking that spot. Melo's going to start. Melo's not going to do good starting. Then D'Antoni's going to argue with him. He's going to tell him he's coming off the bench or he won't play him. That's it. That's all. Melo wants to start when he needs to come off the bench. He needs to be with Eric Gordon coming off the bench. Them two can they will be a good combination right there. It will be another Harden and fucking Paul. Them two together actually work well, which is something that Max said, which was great. They meshed together like they was fucking brothers. They are good when they play with each other. Now you put Eric Gordon off that bench, okay, good, boom. But if you had Melo coming off the bench with Eric Gordon, oh man, they second unit can't match our second unit because now we got Eric Gordon, Gerald Green, Melo. Then we got P.J. Tucker coming off the bench, and then we got another center, Ying Mi or Xing or Zing Q, whatever his name is.
Nah, he looks good. Zing Chi. Yeah, Zing. I know who you're talking about. The 7-foot dude who can shoot threes. He got a build like KD almost.
Yeah, him. They got him coming off the bench. So now you got an actual bench to back up your starters. Bang. All you got to do is have somebody fill Trevor Ariza's spot. Keep Ryan Anderson in as the power forward. Keep Clint Capella, and you got a nice squad right then and there. Bang. You have a starting lineup, and you have an actual bench. Melo don't want that, though.
Yo, son, the
So
West.
Melo's going to take
Yo,
Ryan
son.
Anderson's spot, and it's just going to fuck up everything. Or he's going to take Trevor Ariza's spot, and it's going to fuck up everything. Melo is now poison in the league, and he don't want to understand that he is poison.
Yo, son, that's crazy. Because as you're talking about this, like my mind is racing just off the whole West of the NBA. Yo, the West is going to be something nice to watch. Because every
The
team,
West's gonna be crazy.
yeah,
Literally,
son,
the Wild Wild
every
West.
team,
Yeah.
every team got a damn, they got a triangle offense or better, bro. Real shit, son. Really think about it. That's wild. The West is gonna be like in the East. It seems like it's just a whole bunch of young boys running wild in the East, though. That's what the East looked like.
No, the
Yeah.
East don't look like a whole bunch of young
Boston,
wild boys, but
Toronto,
the
Philly,
East, you know what the East
New
look like? The
York,
East
if they
look
could
like
pick
it's
it, put it
getting ready to
together.
take over.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yo, son, I'm not a
It
New
looked
York.
like the East about to take over. I'm gonna be honest with
Son.
you. With them young boys playing like they fucking been in the league for 10+ years, the East look like it's about to be the new hot spot.
Yo,
To be honest with you.
in real shit, I'm not a Knicks fan. I usually shit on the Knicks, but y'all young boys is looking alright.
Yeah,
Oh
Kevin
yeah,
Knox
Knox looking
definitely
good.
going.
Knox
Yeah.
looking
He
good.
definitely is going to be
Yeah.
a problem if he could maintain this same, you know what I mean, this same growing prosperity that he's doing. Because he showed out in the summer league, and that was
Yes,
a
he did.
surprise to me. Like, oh, all
Yes,
right,
he
well,
did.
the Knicks really got somebody in this nigga. Now, granted, I watched him a little bit in college, not a lot, but a little bit in college.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean,
Just
he had a
snippets.
couple. Yeah, just snippets. He had a couple good games. The games I watch, he's a good rebounder. He's a good passer. He has a nice little shot, but he's more of a slasher. He plays to his strengths. Okay, that's great. But now he getting in the NBA. He was a shooting guard in college. He played shooting guard, shooting guard, small forward. Now he got to play small forward, power forward because there's gonna be times that y'all put Porzingis at the 5 and him at the 4. That's going to be
Yeah.
an adjustment, but he's going to be able to do it because he has the quickness,
But
he has
real
the
talk,
handle,
from what,
and he's strong. So
but still,
that's
even though they might still keep him at small forward because I wouldn't put Porzingis at center. I wouldn't put him at the 5.
Nah, wait. I agree, but the thing is, with Porzingis at the 5, he causes terrible mismatches for teams, and I understand why they want him at the 5. You get what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
then on the
It's not going to
offensive
be
end,
often.
then you need your center to guard him, and you feel me? Because he's the
True.
only
It's not
big
gonna
man.
be
Because
often.
Yeah,
he's
you're
gonna
right,
he's
you're
gonna
right,
J
you're right.
over everyone else, and now if you pull the center out, who's guarding the paint? It's
Kind
like
of
it just
It's
kind of
not
similar
going to be
with the
often.
kind of similar what the Cavs did with Kevin Love, basically.
Yeah,
yup.
it's not going to be often. It's not going to be often they put him at the center, but they're going to put him at the center with Knox being in there because Knox is going to be able to take the 4, and he could take the 3. And sometimes he can even guard the 5 because they're not gonna try to have their 5, the opposing 5 gonna be on Porzingis. Why? Because they need somebody in the paint. So they're gonna try to have him on Knox. But Knox can take him. That's a mismatch either way. So like they're gonna utilize that so much because Knox has that type of capability, which is great. So the Knicks is I mean, they're not gonna make the playoffs this year because they don't have Porzingis. So they're not gonna make it this year,
And then
but
Fizdale
next
already
year,
talking crazy that these young boys about to put a piece. Don't lie to me, man. I've been watching the Knicks for a very long time, Fizz. You feel me?
listen,
Don't lie to me, bruh. You feel me? Don't start selling. Don't pull up to the freaking curb and start selling niggas pipe dreams. That's what I'm. That's
listen.
all I'm
Nah,
saying.
The
son, y'all
Knicks
niggas
right
look
now,
alright,
though,
son. Y'all niggas look alright, son.
he's looking towards the future. I think Fizz is not trying to pull pipe dreams. He's looking towards the future, and with Porzingis coming back, I say he can come back by December to at least get his feet wet. Not December, but I say January, February. Play the last 2 months. And get his feet wet, get him back into basketball mode. By that next season, y'all gonna have a squad. Y'all gonna have a real squad because if Kyrie don't re-sign, and he's going to New York, he said he wanted to go there.
Wait. Kyrie gonna resign, but
He's
I
not
don't
gonna
feel
re-sign.
that they need him. You feel
They're not.
me?
I don't think he's gonna re-sign. He didn't want to go there in the first place. He wanted to go to New York. I'm telling you. Watch it when I tell you. When it happens, you're gonna be like, you know what, Jones, you were right. I'm telling you, he's gonna go to New York. He doesn't want to go there. He's gonna go to New York. Y'all gonna have Kyrie. Y'all gonna have Kevin. Y'all gonna have Kristaps. Y'all gonna have y'all big three, and then it's gonna work from there. Y'all building towards a good future. Y'all building
Nah.
towards a good future. Even if y'all don't get Kyrie and y'all get Teddy Rozier, because he gonna want more money. Y'all gonna be able to offer him more money. Marcus Smart, he just signed an extension. All right, cool. Jason Tatum, he'll be a free agent. If they don't keep him because they got to keep Gordon Hayward on book, they don't want to go over salary cap. You know, shit like that. Shit like that happens. You got to remember these GMs try to play smart with the money, and some of them be too scared to go on the luxury tax to keep their dominant players.
True.
No, you
So
have you
y'all
absolutely right.
y'all could get a lot of good pieces because the GMs be wanting to be scary.
But
So
wait,
y'all
you right. But then at the same time, the salary cap is going up. So you know these teams are in positions to keep them. And then with the Boston Celtics, they do have a lot of people on rookie contracts, and they are very frugal with their. I don't want to say they're cheap with the money, but just think about it. They chose not to pay IT, traded him to make room for even better rookies that took him to places that he was able to take them or even further. So you feel me? So I feel like it all worked out. They know what they're doing in Boston.
no. They know what they was doing by not paying him. Only reason why they didn't pay him is because of that hit. They did the smart thing when it came to that because he wasn't the same after that hit, as you could see. Went from the Cavs to the damn Nuggets. No, to the Cavs to the Lakers. Now he's a Nugget. So they did the right thing by not signing him to that big max, super max contract because his hip, he's not the same, bro. You're not trying to even come back and do the right reparations to be the same. That's why I said most of these players that's making all this fucking money or have all this money don't utilize it well because they're not trying to make sure their body is okay to get that money that they argue for.
Yeah, but you know, let's not spend too much time on the NBA.